Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. Now before we start this video, please do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe and leave your comments in the section below because I'm really excited to see and hear what you think about this topic. So, Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Do we still want to see this fight? Do we really want to see this fight? This fight, in my opinion, is 6 years too late. But it is not the first time in boxing that we will see a fight that is about 10 years, 7 years, 6 years too late. Give you an example, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. It was a number of years too late. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Is it still too late? Do we still want to see it? Will the boxing public be interested in it? Look, Anthony Joshua, to me, he has something still to give to boxing. I think he's got 3 max fights in him. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, I've made a video after his loss to Zhilei Zhang talking about the fact that Deontay Wilder needs to retire. And I'll explain why I believe Anthony Joshua's got some fights within him, and Deontay Wilder, I think he needs to hang it out. Now, when you look at Anthony Joshua, he lost against Daniel Dubois in a fight that he made some really bad mistakes, and it cost him because you're fighting against a younger, fresher, hungrier fighter. In Dubois, you cannot go back with your hand down and your chin up in the air. That is a recipe for disaster, and that is exactly what happened to Joshua against Dubois. But prior to that, he fought Francis Ngannou. Prior to that, he fought Otto Wallin. He did not look out of place. Joshua did not look like a shot fighter to me in, the Wallin fight and in the Ngannou fight. Although Ngannou was a novice, but still, Ngannou is a fighter. So you have to treat him like a fighter. And that's what Joshua did. So, everything leading up to that Daniel Dubois fight seemed as though Joshua was, if not, I wouldn't say entering his prime, because I think Joshua's prime is well over. I think he's coming out of his prime. I think he's not in his prime anymore. So coming up to that Dubois fight, I think Joshua was in a good place mentally, physically, but on the night he couldn't do it. He couldn't keep up with the younger, fresher man, and he lost that fight. But I don't think he's done, because the Ngannou and Wallin fight, both fights showed us that Joshua still got something there, and that he can still give us max 3 fights before he retires, because he was thinking in a Wallin fight, he was his defensive moves were still there, his jab was really present, his footwork was really good in that Ngannou fight, his boxing IQ was there, and of course he's got the power, so that was there. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, I think he needs to retire. And it's hard for me to say a boxer needs to retire. Do you know what? Because I feel like boxing is a short career, and so whilst you're in, you need to get the biggest fight as much as you can, make the most money, and basically sail off into the sunset. So for Deontay Wilder, I think he needs to hang it up, because he lost against Joseph Parker. He lost against Zhilei Zhang. He got knocked out badly against Zhilei Zhang. And the difference between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, to me, is because Deontay Wilder hasn't got the fundamentals as a boxer. Once you're out of your prime, and once you're an aging fighter who only relies on power like Deontay Wilder does, he is in trouble. Because then you're old, your reflexes are not the same. You've been beaten by Tyson Fury in 2 fights. You've been knocked out by Zhilei Zhang badly. Deontay Wilder is not the same. In that Zhilei Zhang fight, we saw that Deontay Wilder was not the same fighter. He cannot defend a jab. He cannot defend a left hook. He cannot defend a right hand. He cannot throw a jab, Deontay Wilder. And that is dangerous for a fighter, especially within the heavyweight division, to be, not being able to defend shots and not having the boxing IQ to get around those shots. If Deontay Wilder had the boxing IQ to defend himself and, and fight, I'll be like, okay, look, let him keep fighting, because he's still there. He's got the fundamentals. He knows how to, slip a jab. He knows how to jab himself. So I think Deontay Wilder it's not the fighter anymore, and it's not the same as Anthony Joshua. With that being said, I think we still want to see this fight. I think if this fight was made, boxing fans will be excited, including myself, because although it is a fight that is 7 years late, it is still a fight between two guys that can punch. It is still a fight between two heavyweight boxers that don't really like each other. So it is going to be an interesting fight if that fight is made. I think Joshua wins, because I think he's got the better fundamentals at this stage of both of them, their careers. I think Joshua's got a bit more, a better boxing IQ than Wilder, and will be able to land his shots and will be able to slip some shots from Wilder. I don't think Wilder has got it yet. I'm yet to be proven wrong though. So I think it's not the end for Joshua versus Wilder, although it is not the priority. It's not the fight that we want to see now. I'll make a video talking about what Joshua needs to do next, whether is it Fury, whether is it other fighters in the division. But I think Deontay Wilder versus Joshua is still a fight that can be made. It is still a fight that I think most boxing fans, fight fans, will be really excited to see, including myself. So look, if it's made, it'll be great. If it is not made, I made a video about this, ranting, because I was really upset, because this is a fight that we should have had 7 years ago, 5 years ago. It would have been fantastic. The UK versus the US, it would have been the biggest fight of the century. And it didn't happen because of boxing politics, because, people in Deontay Wilder's, corner did not want it. People in AJ's corner were maybe lackadaisical, although AJ's corner, in my opinion, from the things that I've read and I've seen, showed more enthusiasm for the fight than Wilder's corner. But that's a story for another day. I've made a video about it. Check it out on my channel. So look, I think this is a fight that we all, including myself, would love to see if it happens. If it doesn't happen, it's really unfortunate, and both fighters can go and do something else with their lives. But you guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Would you still see it? Would you still pay for it? Are you still excited for the potential fight if it happens? Let me know below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.